I've got a question for you, and the question is what season of your life are you in right now? Can you actually answer that question? Can you tell me for a fact what season of life you're in right now? Some of you may have never even considered this. And the season isn't just your age. I'm talking about what is your ultimate goal for this period of your life. So seasons are sort of like, well, you know what a season is, but seasons in life is when you go all in on one particular thing. Now, when you do this, that means you focus on that one thing and you make the most improvement in that time. So you need to have seasons of life where you go all in on one thing to make the most improvement. Now, if you're starting off, depending on your age, it needs to be what season you're in. Now, in my opinion, it needs to start season 1, gym. Go all in on the gym. Within that season, okay, I'd say self-improvement. Season 1 is self-improvement. That's between, depending where you are, if you're just starting out, that's the season you need to go into now. You go all in on self-improvement. Then season 2 is fitness. Obviously, you'll start with the gym in season 1, but you really want to start making the gains now in season 2 in fitness. This is when you go all in on fitness. You're going to the gym 7 times a week, every single day. Your diet is so finely tuned to maximizing health, muscle growth, mental capacity. That's what you need to focus on. Season 3 is the knowledge phase. This is when you just read for hours and hours a day. When you watch YouTube videos, when you watch TV, when you go out and talk to people, that's your season 3 of knowledge gained. Season 4 is implementing that knowledge and going all in on money, business making. Make the money. Go all in on it. Spend all your time thinking about it. Spend all your time doing it. This is relating to what I was saying about how to succeed. The success is not about what you're doing. It's about what you're not doing. What you're not doing is everything but that one thing. See what I'm saying? You've got your fitness on lock. You've got your diet on lock. That's like habit now. You've got that in because that's your season. You've done that. Everything you've done in the past is building you up for your next season. So you go all in on business. Season 5 is then when you start your social season. This is when you start attracting the women, talking to people, getting your friend life up, and you're getting your social life in check, and you're getting your well-being in check. You're figuring out what you really want in life because you've got everything else on lock. So this is when you can now start to figure out those things. It's where you want to live in life. It's who you want to be married to, who you want to spend your most time with. Because you've already got your money on lock, so you don't need to think about that anymore. You've already had your fitness on lock, you don't need to think about that anymore. You've already got your knowledge, you've already done self-improvement. Every single season of your life builds on the next one. It doesn't mean you stop doing it in certain seasons. It just means you focused 90% of the time on that one thing. See what I'm saying? And seasons can be, those are my principal seasons up until you get there. It takes different times for different people. But then you have like ultimate bigger seasons as well. So I was listening to a podcast, he was talking to someone, Stephen Bartlett, and he was saying he's done his season of money making, and this was his 20s. Like you can say it's like the decade of money making. He said now you're moving into your 30s. Your next season is going to be teaching people and helping other people in life. That's your next season. So a season is what you really need to have in life, is that sort of like set goal that you want to do. You focus all in on that one thing. You need to then also prioritize these seasons. So if your priority is not necessarily building muscle or weightlifting or women, and your season and your focus and your priority is making money, start with that season. But you have to understand that you can't do 50% money, 50% gym, because they don't work, because both require so much time. You can't be constantly up at this level. You can either be like this, where this level really sees improvement. You can be like this, where both are 50%, which they both sort of see improvement, but very slow increments. See what I'm saying? Make sure you go all in on the right things though, because obviously some people are going to be like, well, I'll go all in on gaming. This is my gaming season. Or, okay, I'll go all in on looks maxing. This is my looks maxing season. Looks maxing doesn't require a season. Self-improvement does, I'd argue, and that's your first step, is sort of like establishing now what you want to do. I mean, if you're starting at square one, zero, self-improvement is probably the first step. Start having a shower, for example, if that's where you are, every single day. Start doing your hair every single morning. But that it doesn't require, that's going to be a very short season, because it only takes you, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks to get that on lock, to like figure things out, to get a facial routine, to get your sleep in check, start going to the gym, because that's self-improvement, and sort your clothing out. That can literally be a week's season. But what season you're on now is so important, and you need to make it very obvious to yourself what season you're on. Maybe write in big letters on a piece of paper and stick it up in your wall, gym season, and then give it a time length, which is important. Say gym season is a year, because that's what it could take to get true. Like, that's where you'll see like proper gains. You say this year, 2025 is next year, it's January. 2025, I'm going all in on the gym. You go every single day for the entire year. You eat healthy for the entire year. It's not to say you can't do other things in that time, but that's your 90% focus. And what you've got to do is, for instance, the gym, or for business. Well, for business, you can write down your money now, money after. For the gym, you can take a photo of yourself now and a photo of yourself after. You can then see the improvements you've made in that one season. See what I'm saying? Make sure you know what season you're on. If you have a goal, set your goal to that 100% of the time, 90% at least. You do have to do other things like maintain a base level of the gym, things like that, and work and things. But make sure you have your clear, defined goal in a clear, defined time period. If you've passed all of that, money should be the season before dating. But if you've got that, well, I assume you're watching this because you haven't got it yet. But if you prioritize relationships over money, which is fair enough, and dating is your season that you're in right now, then go all in on that. Go all in on reading about love. Go all in on reading about how to attract the right woman. Go all in on writing down your dream woman. Go all in on learning how to talk to people. Learning how to improve your relationship skills. Go all in on that, but don't just go all in on by spending your time on that thing. Go all in on learning about that thing. You understand? So say for love, that's what that is. For business, you read business books as well. For gym, you watch gym videos. You watch diet videos. You learn about your body. So you're constantly learning in depth about that thing. And as time goes on, you're going to start becoming an expert in all of those things. Which is going to build you up for the next thing. That's why I've started to say, start with this level, go here, go here, go here, to ultimately end in the relationship season. Because each one is like a stepping stone for the next. Anyway, the ultimate goal of this video is to make sure you know your ultimate goal for this time period. Don't just drift through life doing a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit there. Go all in on one thing. That's how you'll see the most improvement. Spend 2 years solely focusing on business. You'll see how your business booms. You can't go to the gym. This is why I say do gym first. But you can't go to the gym. You can't hang around with friends. You can't spend all your time at work. Like if you have a job, you have to if you're going all in, you've got to go all in. You've got to save up, prepare for the season. Again, this is why I say the season's later on. Prepare for the season, and you've got to go all in on that one thing for a certain time period, and you'll see how it pays off. If you just go all in on this one singular goal, every single thing is focused on that. All the knowledge you learn is about that thing. All the things you do is about that thing. Everything you think about, from the moment you wake up to the moment you're actually asleep, because even when you're in bed, you've got to be thinking about it, is that one ultimate goal. The only books you've got to read about that goal. Throw all the other books out. Unless, this is where I slide it in smoothly, unless it's my book, or you can donate it or whatever, called Longitude. It's available on Amazon. Now, this should be in the season of knowledge, if you're in that season, because it's teaching you about the world. It can also be in the season of after relationships, season 5 and 6, because it's also it also gives you inspect of what the world is like, where you might want to live. If there's a place here that really catches your eye, it might give you an idea about where you want to live, and it might do self-improvement and things like that. But this is the knowledge phase. If you're in the gym, don't bother buying this, because it's not this. If you're in business phase, don't bother buying it. Relationship phase, don't bother buying it. They're going to be probably future books that I write. But if you're in the phase, or you're just looking for a book to self-improve, an enjoyment read, then Longitude. Second link down below. If you're also in the same phase as if you were to buy my book, first link is my other YouTube channel called All Terrain. First link down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.